Here we go. This little Torana has come all the way from Australia to Indianapolis. It's been a big trip across the water and then a very big road trip from California to Indianapolis to put this little Torana on display at the biggest racing industry show on the planet. Let's do this.
Turn on the TV, act like you don't see me. Tell me everything is okay. My mother is a saint and told me if I wait, everything meant to be will stay. Well, I ain't a believer in people pleasing, near the fucking telephones have ruined this place. Met a man in New York City, told me humans ain't as pretty as a perfect day will chase for all their days. I ain't spotless, neither is you, but once in my life I'm gonna see it through. If you want spotless, I'll always lose. I don't want love, lover, I want the truth. People die 1,000 times to get to who they are. You were praying to the heavens on a late train car. Your heart knows deeper seasons than my eyes ever will. I'm a self-destructive landslide if you wanna be the hit. I ain't spotless, neither is you, but once in my life I'm gonna see it through. If you wanna leave this, that's okay. Everything meant to be is bound to stay. Remember jumping in the pool when we was fully clothed in August. We was soaking, choking, smoking in my old shitty apartment. Then they cut off all the lights cause the bills were never paid. We were stealing all the power from the neighbors on vacation. I ain't spotless, neither is you, but once in my life I'm gonna see it through. If you want spotless, I'll always lose. You gave me love, lover, you gave me the truth. I was alone, you were betting on a loser, you were calling my bluff. Holding one another, is it never enough? You were right there with me. I can't stop this, neither can you, but once in my life I'm bound to see it through. If you want spotless, I'll always lose. You gave me love, lover, you gave me the truth.
Back to the MotorFab YouTube channel. We're here in Marysville. Marysville or Browns Valley?
Browns Valley.
Browns Valley, which is outside of Marysville, California. So here we are, Ryan Martin 2 YouTube MotorFab channel episodes.
Yep.
We're here with my Torana. Tell us what you think of the car, Ryan.
Man, did you build this whole car from scratch?
Yes, I did.
You did everything on it?
Yep. And a little help from Jesse down there.
Yeah?
But yeah.
No, I love it, man. You know, for me, as you've seen some of my cars, the fact that, you know, I like them clean, and you've definitely done that with this. It's just the attention to detail, and some of the things like that you've made that I think is really cool, like the adjustable strut cups for the ride height here is pretty neat. And just the fact that it's, I don't know, there's something about the tan interior in it that make it kind of push it back towards a street car, but I just like clean builds, and I think you've definitely nailed it with this.
Thank you.
As soon as you figure out if you're going to do small tire or big tire, then
Small tire, probably.
Small tire?
Yeah.
It would make a good looking small tire car.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a small block. I don't think I have enough power to run big tire.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. I think that power plant right there will be sufficient enough to do well in small tire. You know, chassis works good, then you've got enough power. How big are those turbos?
80 mil.
80 millimeter turbos.
Twin 80s.
Well, I have in my 69 that you worked on.
Yeah.
That thing had 76s, and I know how much power that makes. So this is going to have the potential to make a lot.
Yeah. That's the plan.
But I like it. It's very clean.
I'll just move this box and go through the inside.
Yeah, I want to look inside. You have plans on letting me drive it?
Just say that again when I got your info.
I said my main question is if you have plans or not on letting me drive it.
Yes, you can drive it.
All right, okay. Fair
Right,
enough.
I'll just go inside.
Yeah, no, it looks good. I like how you tried to make it look more factory.
It's got a hood lining, I think you guys call it.
Oh, we call that a headliner.
Headliner.
A headline. I see that. The same upholstery as the doors, which looks good. Is that factory gauges or is that factory lookalike gauges?
Well, if you look close at it,
Yeah.
it's actually got Motorfab logos in it.
Oh, it does.
Look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the odometer reading. We made it so it's got a quarter of a mile until it clocks it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
little
like
touches,
it.
yeah.
I like it. What trans is that?
That's a Power Glide, yeah. Billet internal, 3,000 horsepower glide.
Is that a Bluetooth drive shaft?
That is a Bluetooth drive
drive
shaft. We thought we can't come to a show in America without a Bluetooth drive shaft.
That's right.
We ran out of time there.
What you're saying is you're not going to be driving this out. It's pretty, but it is. You're not going to drive it out of the show, but it is pretty close to being ready to go.
I've been speaking back and forth with Harvey for a while, and you've got a bit of a tradition of driving your cars out of PRI.
I do prefer to drive mine out.
And it's a bucket list for me.
Yep.
And we pushed absolutely as hard as we could to get everything done so that we could drive out, and not only to drive out of PRI, to drive out of PRI behind Ryan Martin would have been bucket list stuff, but it didn't quite happen.
Well, for the last push, it looks really good. You did good. It looks like you just barely missed it. There's not much left.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious for you to get this thing going.
In February, we had the idea that I had a car that was just a chassis and a body at the time, and it wasn't even a finished chassis. And we came up with this bright idea that we could probably finish that car and get it to PRI. That was finished in March. Did you leave it in
That was March. We left in March.
Around March. We thought we could make all that happen by December, but obviously it's 3 months to ship the car. So it was a pretty ridiculous deadline, but we thought it would be pretty fun to try.
I'm pretty sure when I showed up at your shop in July, I thought the same thing everybody else did. Like, oh, I thought this car was almost done.
There's not one single person that believed that it was achievable. I don't
It
think.
barely started.
I've been working on it for years at that point. So Jesse then flew back to Australia to give me a hand for a few weeks. And I was hoping to have a lot done by that stage, but business was busy and I hadn't done anything. So we hooked in and we actually got a lot done.
I got a decent amount done in the 12 days I was there, but I think more than anything, it kickstarted you to get back onto it.
Yeah. So then I hooked into it and I pushed and I booked the shipping, which ain't cheap. It's a big commitment. The shipping side of it with insurance was just under 15 grand because everyone keeps asking me, so I might as well make it public. And then the PRI stall, which we split for half Jesse's business, Redwood Rally. Jesse and Heather Nichols, they run Redwood Rally and they shared a booth. So, but I think booth and everything around was probably in the vicinity around 10,000 as well. Yeah, by the time we did everything.
Somewhere around there, by the time we did everything.
Displays and marketing and stuff like that. So, yeah, you know, you combine total there, you're getting up around $20,000-$30,000 with travel and stuff like that. It's a commitment. You don't want to stuff it up. So we had to do it, and then we obviously had to get the car ready 3 months before we actually shipped it, which was difficult in itself. But we did that, and then we shipped it here, and then Jesse had another bright idea that we could squeeze in a road trip to Phoenix just before the car arrived.
Well, I mean, you're coming to town 2 or 3 days before Phoenix, and it all worked out just right because we took the empty trailer from my house, picked Luke up. Well, he came to my house. I was supposed to pick you up. I was running a little bit late, so you Ubered to my place.
Surprised him and put it over at his house. Yeah.
We left that night, drove straight to Phoenix. Did the last NPK race of the year, which was fun. Met some new people from Southern California.
It was fun, and first time I've ever done it. I went out to all the small tire shootout rounds and bet money on the start line, and I won a bit actually. It was pretty good.
So we went back to Southern California to wait in Long Beach near the port for the car to clear customs.
Yep.
And we thought it would be clear customs Monday or Tuesday. Then we started getting nervous because it was Thanksgiving week, and Thanksgiving week means Wednesday afternoon, everybody leaves, nobody wants to do anything, everybody's in shutdown mode. But we did get the car Wednesday afternoon.
I'll tell you something I realized about America. When it's time for the turkey, everyone turns into a chicken. And that's true. Nothing happens around Thanksgiving. And we got a little stitched up there because the boss of the place, but they'd all been told they could go home early until I sort of kicked up a bit of a stink that we were promised a deadline. So then the boss did contact them back and said, you guys can go once you have that blue car unloaded. So they're all very helpful because they could have an extra long weekend if they helped us get the car unloaded. So we stuck around and that was eventful. We waited for the container to arrive, and the second it arrived, as you'll see in the video. Well, here we are, USA. Can't see much. That looks good. Bonnet stayed right where I left it.
Long angle for me to see.
Yeah, there's a cover on there anyway, Jesse. Well, cover's off. Some of the packing undone. Torana is here on the US soil. It's looking good. The desiccant things are full of water. So I'm glad I put them in there. We're just trying to get they don't have any tools to undo these blocks here. I screwed them to the floor pretty good. You can see that desiccant actually overflowed with water. So I'm glad I put that in there. And some people said, oh, you don't get much moisture. Some people said, no, you get heaps. So yeah, we just will get these blocks out, lift the car off the blocks because it's actually sitting up on blocks because with the how low it sits and the bigger tire on it, if the tires go flat, it would have sat on the quarter panels. So that's why that's like that. So far, so good. We just get these blocks out, which I knew would be difficult, so difficult to get in, and then get this car out of here and get the hell out of this yard. We unloaded it, we got it out. By that stage, we'd already driven 10 hours to Phoenix.
Oh, it was about 12 hours
12 hours
from Northern California to Phoenix.
Then back again.
Then back to Long Beach, which was about 5 to 6 hours. And it was nice that Junior and Destiny let us park the trailer at their house in Southern California because we spent 3 days in Southern California, didn't have to lug the trailer around. So we parked the trailer there and got to do some tourist stuff around Newport, Huntington, Laguna, Long Beach, places I've done before, but I don't think Luke's been able to get a chance to do some of those. So
no, I've driven through. Traveling around the Los Angeles area on your own, there are some parts that you can sort of relax and enjoy, but there's some parts that you also got to be a little careful, and having a local with you to know what those parts are and aren't is good. I've obviously you've seen my videos, I've been to Compton, I've been to Skid Row, I've been to the worst of the worst, but these aren't places you stop and enjoy. The places you drive through and go, wow, I'm really lucky I don't live here.
what was the highlight of SoCal? I know what mine was.
It's hard because we've jumped massively in American viewers. So I don't know if the Queen Mary part is appropriate anymore. But
yeah, we can tell that story. But the Queen Mary is.
We'll come to Jesse's highlight. The highlight for me was there's been a very long joke since the Street Outlaws came to Australia and the whole American-Australian interaction. Americans are a little concerned at the way that us Australians just pee wherever the hell we feel like it at any given time. And I just tell them that we live in a country the same size as theirs with a tenth of the amount of people. So if they all do it, they'll be swimming in piss. But if we do it, it's not so bad. But I was really need to go to the toilet. So I peed off the back of a Queen Mary ship, which is a historical monument. So I've since been told. But Jesse, soldier in the trenches, he did it too. So that was all right.
I love boats, ships, maritime stuff. So the Queen Mary, that's always a fun visit.
What about peeing off the back of it?
Pissing off the back of it was just fine. But my highlight was when we commandeered the Russian submarine.
We did commandeer the Russian submarine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you put some of those.
We've got
pictures.
some video of that too. We found an abandoned Russian submarine, and it was locked up. They could have tried harder to lock it up, put it that way, and we let ourselves in. And it was like a time capsule. It was pretty cool.
So it used to be a museum, and it actually shut down in like 2015. So really,
Right.
not many people have been on that boat in at least 8 years. And
But they're worried in the articles we were reading. They're worried that the thing's going to fall over and smash into the
damage
Queen
to Queen
Mary.
Mary.
And so we helped ourselves over the fences and climbed all the way to the top of this thing, which I would say is a good 20 feet up to the top.
Yeah.
And then had to let ourselves down a little hole, like squeeze down between the periscope and everything. And where you're thinking like, how am I going to get back up out of here in the total darkness?
Periscope still functional, by the way.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty cool.
Oh, look, this is fucking.
So this knobby here wants to break into a fucking submarine. So here we are. Radar. I'll fucking tell you now, it was an effort to get in here, I'll tell you that much. I've got to tell you, if this was in Australia, this would all got trashed by now, I'd imagine, by hoodlums. So this is pretty cool, it's so preserved. Sick. You're joking. Look at the fucking bomb still in it.
Fucking A, there are.
There's bombs in it. That is sick.
Look at that. Torpedoes.
Surely that's not real.
Open tube. Open tube 5.
Jesse's got a stiffy over here. Look at the torpedo.
Look at this. Look, Luke.
Bullshit. There's the motors. Are there more torpedoes?
Tube number
That's
4. Tube number 4 is
Boom.
loaded.
Like, check out the gantry. Big chain.
Tube 4 is loaded. Alright, here we go.
Einstein Abbott. Adams wants to crawl down a torpedo tube. Here he goes.
Which way am I going to go? Forward and back? I'm going to go backwards. Yeah, I'm going to go backwards.
Lay in a little secret. Probably gonna close the door on him. Wait till he gets a bit further down. In you go, Jesse. Go all the way.
Stick a piggy.
I think he. Oh, you can't close it. Stuck. Did you check that the door wouldn't shut before you went in there?
What?
Did you check that that door wouldn't shut before you went in there?
Ah, you can do what you want, mate.
I can't close it, and you already know that. That's a fair way down, Adams.
Well, you know.
Yo, Jesse,
Yo!
what happened?
Lights went out.